for it, wait for it, and wait for it. Wait for it one moment more. I believe I am now live. Welcome to the Geek Battle Gaming YouTube channel. Today I'm doing a live stream, which I don't do very often, but there has been an update on the Intellivision Amico, and to be able to share the news of this and give you my thoughts of it, it seems easiest to do this live. Now, I am on StreamYard. Hello, people of StreamYard. I keep getting this weird slowdown, so if at any point it seems like I'm moving in slow motion and the lip sync goes out, then I will get onto StreamYard some point soon. But other than that, yeah, let's get on with this. So, you know, if you just need to listen, if my lip sync goes weird, then I apologize. But let's put this so I'm small on the screen. And here we see Intellivision Update May 2023. And I'm surprised that this even happened in the first place. Now, we're going to read through this and I will stop and give some thoughts along the way. This arrived in my inbox overnight. And it says here, the last 18 months since becoming the CEO, this from Phil Adam, I believe, if I just check down here, Phil Adam, CEO. The last 18 months since becoming the CEO has been an extremely difficult time for the Intellivision business. Now, that isn't a bright way to start your update and your news and update thing. So, you know, that sets things off on the wrong tone. A long list of disappointments from both inside and outside of the company had to be taken on. Oh dear, right. During this time, we laid off a large portion of staff, restructured our management team, and began the process of reevaluating every aspect of the business, which included the path that may lay ahead for Intellivision. That's a terrible way to start this, because if you are only vaguely aware of it, they probably know that most people that would be interested at this stage at all are people that know the full story. And so they might think this is starting off by showing humility, being humble about things. But realistically, I'm just going to read this and be like, ugh, I don't want to lay down any money to these guys. But I don't think they probably expect it anyway. I'll continue on. What we have distilled down from countless hours of self-assessment is that we are, or more accurately, wish to be. Why not just say that in the first place? But I don't mean to scrutinize this guy too much. But you could just be like, what we've distilled is that we wish to be in the business, right? But we are, or more accurately, we wish to be. No, even then, it should be, we wish to be, or more accurately, we are in the business. You're saying by that, therefore, you're not in this business. But we wish to be in the business of creating a living room experience that brings people of various ages together in group play. Like, why are you so obsessed with that as your goal, that this whole thing has been delayed for years just because you couldn't get this detail right? I mean, you go onto Amazon, there's all these clone consoles that probably don't work that well, but you can have like 100 NES games on it, or like 1,000 NES games, or like 100,000 NES games, but you can't even ship this thing. But anyway, it is the experience between people sitting in the same room. Like, damn it, they have to be sat in this same room together. That will be our primary measure of success. This, first and foremost, comes from offering great content. Offer some then. As an entertainment business, we realize that creating great content requires, well, to be honest, Intellivision, you have created great content for the last few years, because so many people, such as myself, have ended up making videos talking about it. It's like literally fueled some people's days and weeks, which, you know, maybe that's a bit sad, but like, you know, all this energy is being created and people are expelling it, whether it be positive or negative. I'm somewhere in the middle, if I'm completely honest. Like, I think this is, well, I didn't put any money down, so I understand that people would be angry if they did. I'd quite like to play the game, so we'll see what happens. Blah, 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 blah. We realize that creating content requires world-class partners and a focus on strategies where we can effectively achieve the necessary line of excellence to succeed. I mean, what world-class partners are going to want to touch you with a 10-foot barge pole at this stage? I don't know. To this end, we will be announcing, so this is an announcement of an announcement. We will be announcing a string of new partnerships that will not only help bring fun and innovative content that captures the Amico experience, but also bolsters and celebrates our content's appeal by, one, licensing our IP to development partners who have product pedigrees that are creatively aligned and best poised to bring something great to market. 2, leveraging our IP in ways that ensures delivery on Amico, but additionally expands our content to entirely new audiences Intellivision would otherwise be unable to reach. And 3, acquiring new IP that embodies Amico and fits our strategic focus. This will include licensing IP for other platforms where it makes sense to do so. Let's break these down bit by bit. So first of all, they say that they want world-class partners. But like I say, no one's going to want to work with Intellivision after they won't want that stank on them. Just like the Earthworm Jim guys were like, remove any trace of us from you. Not that Earthworm Jim has done anything in a couple of decades. But let's have a look here. Innovative, blah, blah. 1, licensing our IP to development partners. Like, wasn't that a thing a year ago? Wasn't that in the last update like a year ago? And then it was like, oh, just like there's the Evercade Intellivision collection or collection 2 or whatever that was coming out at the time. It's like, haven't you got anywhere further with that? Like, couldn't you put all of these games just onto the Evercade and have done with? And like, why aren't these on like mobile phones and PS4s and Switch already? And yes, I say PS4. Now, imagine having Shark as a PS5 exclusive. Now, anyway, licensing our IP to development partners who have product pedigrees. I'm sure Nintendo will want Astro Smash. Let's have a look. That'd be great, though. Imagine if they took it and just made it this amazing game after all this time. 2, leveraging our IP. What IP? Astro Smash? Shark? Like Night Stalker? Is that one of yours? Now, anyway, this, you don't have any IP that's really that meaningful, especially not at this stage. These were all just like 5-minute high school challenge games, and yeah, you just, this email should have been like, today we are announcing that you can get the first 6 games on your mobile phone, and then there'll be some exclusive features when it's playable on Amico, because the backers will get their consoles in 2 months time, you know, and here are the release dates. And you know, no one would believe that if they said in 2 months. So you'd have to say you're going to have them by the end of the week. That you're going to have to like stealth drop the Amico, because no one will believe any announced release date. Anyway, that would be a smart way for people to get this as well. Imagine people, they haven't had their refund, and suddenly there's a knock at the door, and it's like UPS or FedEx or whatever the delivery service is, and it's like, oh my god, I got the Intellivision Amico. That would be the way to do it, because then people will be like, oh my god, it's finally here, rather than we're announcing a release date even in a week's time. People will be like, I don't believe it. Now, leveraging our IP that ensures delivery on Amico, but additionally expands our content with entirely new audiences Intellivision would otherwise be unable to reach. And why? Why are you unable to reach? Like, that makes no sense. If this is released the same as a PS5 or Nintendo Switch or Xbox, then it has the potential to reach people. And 3, acquiring new IP that embodies Amico and fits our strategic focus. With what money? How are you going to acquire new IP? I feel like what they've done is they've seen what Atari have done, where they're like, we've bought the rights to Berserk and Bubsy the Cat or whatever it's called. And they think like, well, they acquired some stuff and then they could put out these games. So we'll do the same. But I feel like that is literally just lifted from Atari. Let's have a look. Our commitment to delivering a unique and innovative... Hang on one second, I've lost my place. Okay, yeah. Our commitment to delivering a unique and innovative platform that brings people together has not wavered. So, like, realistically, we're a few paragraphs in, and I haven't really actually said about the Amico console. What has changed is our philosophy on how we deliver that experience. But they did say here a unique and innovative platform. Now, a platform doesn't necessarily mean the console, because they just might mean it's the app where you download various Amico games. The business environment is quite different from what it was in 2018, 5 years ago, when the original Intellivision business plan was put together. We cannot solely be dependent on a traditional hardware console business model. Now, I thought at this stage that this was going to be, so we're scrapping the console and you'll just get the games on Steam. The cost and time to scale such a business is too great. Like, why is it too great now and not then? I can tell you why. It's one, weren't up to the challenge at any point. 2, you don't have like the money to be able to even remotely consider doing this, and 3, you don't have the like the games, you don't have anything that people are going to want when it comes to it, you know. And also the biggest thing is the console that you announced just it is so outdated now. It was outdated when it was announced, so just say, look, here's the console shell, but inside is something different. Now, this isn't necessarily the best example, but like how there was the Atari Panther, which was going to be 32-bit, if I remember this history correct, and then they kind of scrapped it, even though it never came out, and they were like, we're skipping the Panther straight to the Jaguar. Now, they could have just said, well, we announced that the Panther was going to be 32-bit, but actually we're making it 64-bit instead. And you'll be like, wow, we never got this 32-bit version. Just like, I guess, like Star Fox 2, which did eventually release. You know, at first people saw that it was going to be a Super Nintendo game, but then it got scrapped, and then the sequel to Star Fox came out, was Live Out Wars, and it was a ground up reimagining of everything, and it was like better graphics, better controls, blah 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 blah. This could have been the same thing. It could have been like, here's the shell, it will still look like what we announced, but inside the internals are a mini PC. Just copy Atari even further, and that way the games will work next week. But anyway, the cost and time to scale such a business is too great. We must be more creative in how we deploy our intended entertainment experience, not only delivering a better experience to our customers, but also reducing the time and cost to scale the business. There is nothing, you can't start something new to reduce the time at this stage. It has been too long. So anything you do where you're changing your plans is just extending the time. We want to assure our fans that shipping a console remains part of our product strategy. And let's just check this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 paragraphs in before they actually say, oh, they're still planning to release a console. The development and hands-on testing of our pilot units have been a successful step forward. Now, I thought it was literally that they just needed to work out a couple of bugs, and then it was as good as done. As a testament of this progress, we are pleased to share with you this video, which I will bring up in a moment, of a father and son playing Shark on one of our pilot units in their home. Guys, remember, it's in their home. So, like, what does that mean? Just because they're playing in their home is completely irrelevant. And they're playing Shark, they're playing one game. And it's a father and son. Who are they? You know, it's not, you're not showing us even a 4-player game. It's now, I'll get to who these guys are, and good for them that they got to play this and got to have it. I've got, you know, I'm not trying to dig at them at all for doing this, but we will have a very quick look at their video in a moment. As part of our expanded strategy, we also plan to bring the Amico experience to other hardware platforms, starting with mobile devices, because basically you have mobile games. Now, if they'd announced that you can get something download today, then that would have been a step forward under the Amico home. Under the name Amico Home. So they're not even putting Intellivision on this thing. Amico Home will dramatically reduce the hardware footprint needed to enjoy Amico games and provide more developers the opportunity to explore the creative potential of in-room multiplayer games with our innovative physical and smartphone controllers. So with our innovative physical controllers, they should say, and smartphones, unless they have smartphone controllers, or they're admitting that their controllers were just smartphones. This broadening of the talent pool, what talent pool? What did they say about that? This broadening of the talent pool will bring new ideas in gaming that will shape the future of Intellivision, so they do take the name there, and our place in the market, which they don't currently have. They released Intellivision Collection 1 and 2 on the Evercade, which probably Blaze did all the work on. We are excited for this future and what it means for bringing the. Do you know what I'm just going to say? Because it seems like I can't read. I've got glasses recently, and I've got my light right above the screen I'm reading. So that's why I'm like blah blah blah. I'm like failing at reading this. We are excited for this future, and what it means for bringing the Amico experience to the public. Those who supported Intellivision early on helped set the foundation for all that we have been able to achieve. I think by that they must mean people that bought it in 1979. And we are truly thankful to you all. In the coming weeks, now I'm sure they said something like this a year ago, but in the coming weeks, those that have maintained a deposit will be able to sign in and verify their spot on the priority list, Amico Club list. Now that's super interesting. Now, I pre-ordered the console. I have pre-ordered the console, but I did it at the stage where you didn't have to lay down any money. So I still expect that I shouldn't be penalized as such and should be able to be on the Amico Club list. But like, why? Just send it out to anyone that's ever pre-ordered the console or anyone that's signed up to your newsletter. Like, if you've got an email list, just give it to those, not just ones that have already paid. I guess this is an attempt to try to make people who have put money down feel like that they're getting some pre-order bonus. But realistically, this should just go out to everyone. And I expect if it does emerge, it probably will go out to everyone almost immediately. And that you're not going to need some code to sign in. It will just be like, oh, here's the link. Or you can just search it on the Android store. The Amico Club list will be used as the primary mechanism to prioritize access to special products. What products? Early access to new games. Wow. And other unique offers, such as more details to follow. Don't announce announcements in Intellivision. You can't do it at this stage. Oh my God, we're almost at the end. Again, we thank you for your patience and support as we chart a new course for Intellivision and establish our own unique position in the fast and vibrant video game industry. Oh, nice alliteration there at the end. Phil Adam, CEO. Then it says Amico Spotlight. Amico Pilot Unit Hands-On. Check out this video of a father and son playing Shark Shark on one of the Amico Pilot units in their home. Click below. Then we can see it's from a channel called The Original Next Level Gaming, so shout out to them. And it says Shark Shark NLG. Not gonna lie, that's NGL. I don't know what NLG stands for. And let's have a look. Oh, Next Level Gaming. Duh. Right. Amico playtesting with Spencer and Mike. So looks like Spencer and Mike are going to have a good time with it. We'll check it out here. We're going to check out their website in a second. So let's have a look. So let's just drop this down. And there we see Spencer and Mike in front of a green screen, but the green screen doesn't fill their entire backdrop. Now, again, I'm not going to... Look, I was having fun with how I spoke about that email, obviously, just because at this stage, it's beyond Duke Nukem Forever sort of levels of comical. But yeah, so good for these guys that they got to play it. I'm sure other people... I'm not going to play through this whole video and stuff here now. Let's just turn it down because I don't want to copyright strike anything. So let's just see. So they're talking. Here we see it's just showing a bit of the game. Clownfish, Spencer and Mike. So they can put in their names. And so, yeah, they've got themselves so that they're playing the game here. But like, kind of, what's the point in just showing two people playing one game? You know, I might do another update later. I'm not going to just sit and watch and give away these guys' videos because they don't look like a huge YouTube channel, and I'm certainly not a huge YouTube channel. I wonder if the console's ever coming out, says some of the comments. I thought it was an aborted project. I'd like to see the Amico released someday. Is the plan now to be a third-party developer? It kind of looks like that, doesn't it? But let's see. Let's go over to their website. Now, here's the thing. Oh, look, is my... Okay, so my timing, like I said, that this StreamYard thing is kind of a bit naff. So the way it usually gets fixed is if I change the resolution of my camera, then it suddenly works again. It didn't do this for the first few weeks, but then it's been a nightmare ever since. Anyway, so if we go to the Intellivision website, intellivision.com, here is like the minimum thing. I could set up a website for the Geek Battle Gaming games console, and I'd be able to convince people that it's a real product, because just on a website you can show images, you can show videos, you can have an impressive write-up, and it will convince people that this might really exist. People might think, wow, I'd never heard of this, then look into it and think, oh, I can't find it anywhere else. I don't think this is actually coming out or whatever. But here's the reason I mention this is the Intellivision website. It's just got like alarm bells that they haven't even bothered to update their website. So if we see at the top here, it says limited collectors box. Oh my god, I can't read this. Limited collectors boxed edition bundles are now available. Click here to purchase. So it's like, great. So now I did want to purchase some of these once upon a time, and look, that's bad. Limited collectors box edition bundles. Now that might just be something from my computer that's making that display badly. But then it's like, I'm in Europe. You might be able to tell from my accent. I'm going to click on it, and boom, we'll be back soon. Now it's been like that for the last year. And it's like, well, why not remove where it says Europe? Because that is just such a huge red flag that there's a problem here. So it says that you can still purchase these from Intellivision if you're in the United States. I don't know anyone that's still purchasing these. At the bottom, it does say 2023. I don't know if that automatically updates. And let's see. Let's come back to their website. Let's see. FAQ. Like, reading that, honestly, I just see FAQ. But like, when is this coming out? About the console. Oh, hang on. When will Amico be available? The COVID-19 pandemic. Wow, do you remember that? That was like a long time ago now since that was actually really a thing. Look at that, my camera's going super slow again. I need to stop looking at it and just accept that I'm going to be appearing in slow motion and just take this as a audio podcast. The COVID-19 pandemic has had a significant impact on our company timelines, most importantly, our people. We're working extremely hard to get Amico into your hands, but like many companies today, we are dealing with an ongoing supply shortage of components and a global logistics slowdown. We're like the pandemic's still going on for Intellivision, obviously. What will be the price of Amico? And $249. I don't know if that's actually up to date because I know that the price has changed a few times. And let's have a look. What else? 6 free games. I think it's a case that they've never even announced what all of the games will be. I have a big family and lots of friends. Will I be able to get more Amico controllers? Yes. And I believe you can actually get a controller just with one. We'll take a look at that in a bit. When you say Amico is family friendly, what on earth do you mean? Right. And so one of the things that was always funny about this is that they're like, okay, so when you say Amico is family friendly, what do you mean? You'll see what I say in a second. We take our family friendly focus very seriously. All Amico games will be ESRB, E10 plus or below, PEGI 7 or below in Europe, and contain no graphic violence, stroke blood, bad language, or sexual content. Now, the reason I say it like that is because can you imagine Disney saying that? They'd be like, here at Disney, we believe, well, Disney's a bit of a joke nowadays, I guess, but here at Disney, we believe in a family-friendly experience where there are heroes that overcome challenges, furry animals that talk in cute voices, and they'd be saying all about like the nice things, beautiful princesses that are bold and courageous. And that's what they'd be saying. They'd be highlighting the positives about how it's family friendly. They wouldn't be saying no graphic violence, blood, bad language, or sexual content. It's like that trailer for Scrooge in the film Scrooged, where they're like international terrorism, gangland shootings, or whatever, drive-by shootings, whatever it says. But anyway, let's see what else. Will it be available in multiple colors? Amico will be widely available in glacier white and graphite black. Certain special editions will be available at select retailers, including vintage wood grain, GTO red, and galaxy purple. Does not look like most video game consoles. Why is that? Well, that's kind of ridiculous. No consoles really look the same anyway. Can I recharge my... How does motion control work? What? Welcome to 2006. How does the disc control games register input? 64 possible directions. Xbox 360. Oh my gosh. Right, so it's not even analog. I haven't looked at this in a while. It's just kind of comical that it's not coming out. I wish it would come out. I hope they do deliver on what they're saying right now. people are still going to be upset at them for a long time. Our team, let's have a look. Tommy Tallarico. So it says he is the founder, president, chief creative officer. Now, that's the CCO, and I think Phil Adam says here that he is the CEO. So I'm not saying that this might still be the case, but there is the famous Tommy Tallarico that I know a lot of people hate on him. Look, I'm joking. I don't care particularly about any of this stuff so much one way and another, except for it's caught my imagination nowadays. Phil Adam, CEO. So there we go. And let's see who else. Hans Ippisch, I don't believe he's with this anymore from what I've seen just on some groups. And look, who knows if any of them, it may just be Phil Adams got bored and sent an email one day. And of course, Spencer and Mike played something. Let's have a look here. Blah, blah, blah. Who knows if any of these guys... Oh, yeah, look, it's John Alvarado. Now, one of the interesting things is that the new video came from the original Next Level Gaming. Oh, look, it's still playing. But we didn't get a video appear on the Intellivision Amico channel. Why is that? But anyway, let's see. Is there anything else of particular... excuse me, particular note? Pre-orders. So North America, Europe, United Kingdom, Germany. Oh, sorry, North America, did I say Europe? USA and Canada, and United Kingdom, Germany, Australia, Italy, Spain, and other. Let's click on other because it's not going to make a difference. Don't see your country listed. We're currently working hard to add more countries. Wow, that's actually, I think, an update because I think it's the same. If I click on Italy, then it says that white and black are unavailable, but wood grain and purple are available. And let's see, if I click on United Kingdom, it comes up. This stage, it looks the same. Pre-order from Intellivision. Reserve yours now. Now, reservation is 0, but that is still my pre-order, so I would expect to be part of this Amico club. And when you go through it, I'm not going to do it now because I've done this. Select number of controllers. 2. Add to cart. Let's see if this still works. And then you go up to the cart here. So added this shop, checkout. I've like literally ordered about 7 of these just to see how many are still available. So let's see. I think I've done it to every email under the sun that I've got. So I won't bother doing this now, but it'll come up saying that I'm pre-order number like 6,500. Oh, look at that. Spencer and Mike are, oh, look at that. They're, you know, are. Now, it's heartwarming that Intel. Oh no, don't show me an advert. Don't show. I'm not advertising them. Right. So that's basically going to wrap up this update. The Intellivision Amico. I'm really excited. I've been planning to do another. I did like investigating the Intellivision Amico like last year and like an update on it last summer. And so it's nice to see that there's this today, but I can't be bothered to do another documentary just based on this one email because it doesn't say anything. I may do, and I have had up my mind on doing another video on the Intellivision Amico at some point soon. And it's going to have an interesting angle on it if I do get to it. But if this starts to release, then that video may become redundant. I hope it does come out, and I hope it's really good. And I hope lots of people have fun with the Amico and that there is in some way a happy ending to the story, even if it ends up a little bittersweet. Jesus, I can like hear that advert just like playing in the background. Like I don't. Oh look, it's someone else's video. Jesus, that's been just like in the background of my video. I don't know how loud that's going to have been. Hopefully not too loud. It's almost muted. I thought it was on mute. But shout out to the story of Super Mario World gaming historian. I didn't mean to have 13 seconds of your video in the background. Probably had 8 minutes of the original Next Level Gaming in the background. So apologies. So anyway, that's going to do it for this video. I will cross my fingers that we get the Intellivision Amico and the Amico Club and all this, and it's all super amazing, and we get this very soon. But until next time, last thing I'll say is in the last couple of days, like I haven't uploaded new videos in about a month, or maybe just a little under that. But I've put up reviews of the upcoming Evercade Team 17 Amiga Collection 1 and the Pico Collection 3, and this morning, probably during the course of this video, a review of the Evercade Game of the Month, Thunderpaw. And do check them out on the channel. Smash that subscribe button, help this channel grow. If you want to see more live streams like this, put a comment, even if you're not watching this live, just so I know that you liked it. And these are a lot easier. I can do these more frequently than the videos that take a long time to edit. But check out the Evercade reviews, just because those games aren't out yet, and I was lucky enough to get them sent to me early, probably by mistake, but I did get them early, so I reviewed them as quickly as I could. And let's see. Oh yeah, and like, you know, so on this channel, if you haven't been here before, obviously today I'm talking about the Intellivision Amico. Like I just said, we've got 3 Evercade reviews that have just gone up, and also I've just got other stuff about mostly retro themed games, but also some modern stuff, and we're starting to get some more documentaries in the works. So with that, until next time, stay safe, always stay extremed. Ciao for now. Boom, and I'm off the air.